Hey go-getters, what is up? I wanted to record this video today. This is just like a one-stop shop for 3 different grants that I am interested in, and I also want to share with you some of these grants I will be applying to myself and some I will not be, but I wanted to share some great opportunities for the month of May so that you can go ahead and apply and make it in time for the deadlines for these grants. So if you are brand new here, a big, huge welcome to my channel. My name is Dallas Gordon. I'm a business mentor as well as entrepreneur. On this channel, I share business tips, anything online selling related. As you can see, I'm sharing grants. I share about Canva. I share a lot of e-commerce tips and all that good stuff. So if this is your jam, I would so love it if you would stick around. I also have another amazing channel, which is pretty new right now, called Grit and Grace. I've split out most of my motivational, positive, and spiritual content over on that channel. So if that's something you're also interested in, I would love also if you would join me over there as well for that content. So I want to share a few different grant opportunities for you. I'm pretty much just going to be sharing with you what you need to be eligible to apply for the grants, where to go to apply for the grants, and just some stuff that stands out to me that's going to help you to qualify and fill out the application for the grant. So let me put out there right now, I am not a professional grant writer or anything like that, but I've had quite a few testimonies on my channel when I do share this information that people are actually being awarded with funds to help their businesses move forward. So I want to continue putting information out here on my channel to help business owners move their businesses forward. So the first thing I want to share with you, and I've pretty much shared with you on past videos as well, is that I like to apply for many of my grants through helloalice.com. And that's what I have up on the screen right now, helloalice.com. So one great thing about Hello Alice is that if you do want to learn what will make your business more qualified as far as the way that your business looks on the application, Hello Alice has a lot of resources to help you to write well on your grant application so that your grant applications are not getting skipped over. Now, there are probably hundreds of thousands of people applying for these grants. So if you are skipped over and not chosen this time, don't take it personal. It may not even be because your grant application wasn't filled out completely or correctly. It just could be because they have so many applicants, they may not have even gotten a chance to look at your application. It's possible. So one program that Hello Alice does have that I want to share with you is the Build a Grant Strategy program. All you have to do when you log on to Hello Alice is go under programs, and this is just going to help you to be able to build a grant strategy. So if there's anything that you need to write out or have on paper about your business, Hello Alice is going to point that out to you. That way you can have all the information sort of pre-written out to help you with your grant application process. Another thing I've shared as well is that what I like to do is I keep a document on my computer, and now I actually use ChatGPT, which I have a video where I'm talking about how I use ChatGPT. If you're interested in a ChatGPT course, also check out the Purpose Driven Business Collective, my mentorship program and membership. That information is in the description box if you're interested in learning how I'm using or doing a deep dive on how I'm using ChatGPT to help me with my business tasks. But basically, I go into ChatGPT and give ChatGPT certain information to help me to be able to stay within the characters that the grant application is looking for, as well as to give me better words to express myself in what I'm saying. So this is a great resource to help you to get sort of like professional advice, almost like from a grant writer, to help you to write a ChatGPT for the win, for sure. So the first grant that I want to share with you is the eBay Up and Running 2023 grant. I will not be applying for this one because I do not have an eBay store, but just to tell you a little bit about this grant, eBay is giving back to the small business community, powering America. In partnership with Hello Alice, eBay is awarding more than $500,000 in grants and education resources to support U.S. small businesses with the resources they need to scale, grow, and thrive. So the program will they will award 50 eBay business sellers with grant packages of $10,000, including cash, eBay education and coaching, and more. This year, eBay is expanding its grant with an additional stipend worth up to $500 for each grantee to apply to eBay refurbished office equipment, technology, and or tools to keep their small businesses up and running. So to be eligible for this grant, you must be an existing eBay seller with an active listing in the past 6 months and with an above standard or top rated performance level. So I just want to read that again. You must be an existing eBay seller with an active listing in the past 6 months and with an above standard or top rated performance level. So they're actually looking at how you're rated on eBay as a seller. Or you can be a new eBay seller who joined the platform between July 26th and April 26, 2023. So you can have this status as an eBay seller where you have an active listing within the last 6 months and you've been able to achieve this seller rating, or you can be new. So you can't be like just jumping up on eBay as soon as you see this video and hope that you can qualify for this grant. That won't work. So I just wanted to highlight that. And if you come on to helloalice.com, sign up for your profile, and then go under funding and under grants, you'll be able to actually find this grant. It's called the eBay Up and Running Grant. And if you want to learn more about how to qualify for this grant or have any other questions, please log on and click on the terms and conditions. So here are the questions under here. Most of the questions on these grant applications are the same. That's why I suggest that you keep a document where you can kind of copy and paste, but they're not all the same. On this particular grant, they're asking you specific questions about your seller account on eBay. So here they're asking whether or not you're an existing eBay seller, and they're also going to want your seller ID so that they can make sure that you are an eBay seller as well. So most of this stuff is just regular information, like your gender, how you identify. They're going to ask you whether or not you identify as LGBTQ. Are you an individual with disabilities? So these are just regular questions that you can easily say yes or no to. And then they're going to ask you the name of your business. So the only reason this information is already in here is because as you are applying for different grants through Hello Alice, they will start to save your responses and automatically put these in here for you for convenience, which is great. So I really just want to highlight where they are specifically asking for things specific to this grant so that you know. It's important that you know what your top business goal is in the next 5 years and what your biggest obstacle or challenge that your business faces now. These are important questions to ask because almost every one of these grant applications asks these questions. Also, they're going to ask you to elaborate on your biggest obstacle and challenge in 2 sentences or less. So this is where I suggest using a tool like ChatGPT if you have a problem articulating yourself so that you could tell the tool what your problems are. And then they can give you, within 2 sentences or less, the words so that you can be clear, so you can clearly communicate what your challenges are. So then specific questions that they're asking you specific to this grant, they want to know how long you've been selling on eBay, which of these categories represents the products that you sell on eBay. If it's something else, you can put what specifically you sell. And then what describes the majority of your inventory that you sell. Is it new? Is it pre-owned, handmade, or refurbished? They want to know that. They want to know whether or not you sell part-time or full-time. And of your total business revenue, which percentage is generated through eBay? This is one that's pretty much always here. They want to know how you make a positive impact on your community. This is always here, so you just check those off. It's almost on every grant application on Hello Alice, I've noticed. Now, this is the nitty gritty. This is where you really get a chance to write. This is where you really want to take your time and follow instructions. They're asking you why you became a small business owner. Why did you start selling on eBay? They want you to be as specific as possible, and they're only giving you max from 300 words or 200 characters. That's how much you can write. So if you want to utilize ChatGPT, you can just go over there. You want to type in the answers to these questions and then ask eBay to act as a grant writer and help you to formulate the text and stay within these 2,000 characters that are required. So that's how you can fill that in. Make sure that you read it over to make sure it's in your own voice and it makes sense to you. And then you can copy and paste it into here. So 46, what are your online selling goals and how are you working toward those goals? You want to share those here. And then it says, how would you use this grant to establish or accelerate your business? Please describe how these steps will help you achieve your business goal from the previous question. And then they tell you how many characters. What is the one achievement you are most proud of or has made the greatest impact? Tell us your story. We'd love to hear about these special moments in your business, family, local seller community. So that's the next question. And then at the bottom, these are just regular questions. So that pretty much concludes the application for this. If you want to go through this video and while I'm talking, really sort of, come up with what you're going to say before coming in here and have it in a document, that would be really, really great so that you're prepared. So that's our first grant. The second one that I want to share with you today, I'm not sure whether or not I'm actually going to apply to these or not, but I may apply to the Progressive Driving Small Business Forward Fund. I may go ahead and do that. Just one thing that you want to think about is, I know for me, I already have multiple vehicles at my house. So it's just like, am I really and truly in need of a vehicle for my business? No, I don't really need a separate vehicle for my business. That's going to cost me more insurance. That's going to cost me more gas. So what I would say about this particular grant, make sure that you're not just applying for any old grant. Okay, like I know I haven't been selling on eBay in a few years now, so I'm not going to apply to that one. I'm going to X that one out. I already know that I already have several cars at my house. One of my cars is already being used for business. I don't necessarily need a dedicated vehicle to use for business. But if you are in a predicament where you really do need a vehicle for your business, this would be the perfect grant for you. But if not, just know, think long term. Will a vehicle really help you or cost you more, give you more of an expense? And I think for me, it would be just more of an expense for me when I could just use one of the vehicles I've already been using. So this is called the Progressive Driving Small Business Forward Fund. That grant applications are open through June 2nd, 2023. I don't know if I said how long you have for the other one. Let me check on that real quick. So just to go back, for the eBay Up and Running program, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, you have until June 9th, 2023 at 6 p.m. Eastern time to apply for this grant. I'm sorry, guys. I think I left that out and I did not want to miss that information. So back to the Progressive Driving Small Business Forward Fund. You have until June 2nd, 2023 to apply to this grant. So really just try to get them in on time. Once they close, they close. So definitely get them in. So Hello Alice is also partnering with Progressive to give specifically Black small business owners an opportunity to drive their businesses forward. As the #1 commercial auto insurer, Progressive understands small businesses and is committed to providing solutions to help meet their needs. So Progressive would like to support these business owners with funds to take their business to the next level. The Driving Small Business Forward Fund will provide $25,000 to 10 small business owners towards the purchase of a commercial vehicle to accelerate their business. So to be eligible, the business must be majority 51% plus owned and operated by Black identifying entrepreneurs. So you must be majority 51% plus owned and operated by a Black identifying entrepreneur. Have demonstrated a need for a commercial vehicle, commitment to local community, and clear plan to keep their business moving forward. Okay, so just make sure that you qualify, before you go and apply for a grant like this. So the first thing they're going to be asking you is if your business qualifies. They want to make sure that your business is 51% or over owned by a Black identifying entrepreneur. Then they're just going to go into basic information about your business once again, like they do on every single application. Let's see if there's anything specific that stands out. Okay, so here's where it gets specific. They want you to, on number 32, they want you to tell them more about where you're headed. How will you maximize this $25,000 grant towards the purchase of a commercial vehicle to meet your next milestone? So please be specific as possible. Max 300 words to 2,000 characters. Okay, so this is what they're wanting to know. They want to know how the commercial vehicle will be used for your business. And there's a drop down here, product delivery. travel to perform services for clients, to transport materials and inventory to and from my business. This would be probably something I would be using it for, because I have a vehicle here that we use to transport materials and inventory. That would be something I would use it for my e-commerce business, transporting people. Maybe you have an elderly home or an elderly daycare program, or you have a daycare or people that you need to transport during the day. This would be a great grant to apply for in that case. And then they also have other. So what obstacles or challenges have you faced in purchasing either your first or additional commercial vehicle for your business? So if you have tried to purchase a vehicle and you have had challenges and not been able to do so, you want to fill in what those challenges are here. And remember to always pay attention to the max characters as well. In what ways do you and your business support your customers and community? So this is one of those questions that's almost always here in Hello Alice, how you're helping the community. And this one is what makes you proud of your business. What would you consider to be your biggest accomplishments? And this is one I see a lot as well. So that's pretty much the main questions that are different from normal that are on here that you can think about and write about. So the last one here that we have is going to be this one, which I'm definitely not going to apply to you because this particular one doesn't apply to me, but it may apply to you. So the next grant is the Restaurant Disaster Relief Fund. This is the spring round, so they do this quite often, okay? So DoorDash is actually partnering with Hello Alice for this particular fund. The deadline for this grant is June 30th at 6 p.m. Eastern time. And let me just talk to you a little bit about the grant. They started a fund to provide grants and resources to local restaurants across the United States and Puerto Rico that were affected by natural disasters. They're basically just talking about how, nearly 40% of the businesses are unable to reopen following these disasters. So they want to help you to be able to get back up on your feet. Okay, so in order to be eligible, your restaurant must be experiencing hardship due to a state, tribal, or federally declared natural disaster that happened within the last 12 months, operate a brick and mortar location that has been open for at least 6 months, and have demonstrated need with a clear plan for use of funds. A partnership with DoorDash is not required, and please note that COVID-19 related damages are not eligible. So this isn't a COVID-19 thing, this is a disaster thing, okay? So just to go down to talk about a little bit about what specifically you have to put in here. Most of this stuff is just the regular stuff that they always ask you. If you have a Hello Alice account, it will automatically be filled in for you. So, and I'm not sure if with like some of these grants, if you can go outside of Hello Alice, like let me just double check. Yes, there is. So just know guys that if you don't want to have like that extra layer between you and the actual person that you're applying for the grant for, you can go directly to this particular merchant that Hello Alice is partnering. Because basically what Hello Alice does, guys, is they're just, a house for some of these different grants. They're almost like if I'm not mistaken, they may even be an affiliate of some of these grant programs, and they're pretty much partnering to give you the information because they have the audience, right? But you can go directly to any of these people I mentioned. The same thing with the eBay 2023 seller grant. Let me see if you can just go directly to eBay. I just want you to know that you do not have to go through Hello Alice, create an account, and do that at all. You can come directly to eBay for this grant. You can go directly to DoorDash for this grant. And in my future videos, I'm probably just going to come directly to these businesses to talk to you about them. So I just want to let you know that you don't have to go through them to do this. Let's take a look to see what else they are asking for. So basically with this grant, there is going to be some specific disaster related questions. Okay, so they're defining a natural disaster here, defined as a major adverse event resulting from natural processes of the earth. These events occur when a significant amount of extreme weather over a short period of time causes damage to property, blocks or destroys roads, or makes them undrivable, disrupts communication systems, causes power outages, and threatens life safety. Natural disasters are declared by a state, tribal, or federal government. Remember, COVID-19 is not eligible, so they want to know what type of natural disaster has your business experienced, so you would select one of those. They want to know what the name is of the disaster, the month that you experienced that, the day, okay, and the year that you experienced that disaster. And then it says, which of the following disaster-related expenses do you plan to use for this funding? And they have all of these check boxes that you can go down and say all the different things that you would use it for. Are you receiving any other types of assistance for this disaster? They want to know whether or not you received any other grants, loans, crowdfunding, insurance, etc. to help you through this disaster as well. And they also want to know how much you would estimate the total damage to your business. They want to know that as well. So in here, they're digging much deeper because it's very specific. How would you categorize the damage to your business from this disaster? And you select that. How much revenue would you estimate that you lost due to this disaster? And as a result of this disaster, how long were you or do you estimate being closed and not being able to operate? So you want to select that as well. Then at the bottom, you're pretty much telling your story. What influenced you to become a restaurant owner? What's your origin story? You want to put that here. And then tell us about how the disaster has impacted your business. And then this is pretty much always here. So that's pretty much it. Let me know in the comments which grants you're going to apply to. Let me know. Definitely come back and let the community know whether or not you were awarded any of these grants. I hope that this information has been super helpful. If you're looking for help on running your business or joining the Purpose Driven Business Collective or checking out my other channel, or I have some amazing resources in the description box. So definitely check the box out for any of those resources. Be blessed, and I hope that this video has been helpful.